Hey, superstars, this is Ann Brown on the line all the way from Accokeek, Maryland with our book club, Millionaire Success Habits. Now, I know I haven't been going live, but I have been reading the last couple of days. And I know that we're supposed to read every night, and I missed it. However, I have been disciplined in reading throughout during the day, and hopefully you have been too. So I'm on chapter 2, The Foundation for All Success. And so I wanted to read, and also maybe if you're still up, put some comments in the chat. I know it's probably a 1 a.m. in the DC metropolitan area. It is actually 10 p.m. in the in on the in Arizona. And so I just wanted to come, and for those that can join, definitely put your comments in the chat. The foundation for all success. One of the challenges we have in modern life is that there are so many options to do so many great things. There are so many things throughout our lives vying for our attention that if we don't manage modern life, it will manage us. Part of managing it is just making the choice that this is what I feel, this is important to me, and then really focusing on your gut. That's by Joe Polish, interview with Dean Graziasi. Where the heck are you going in your life? That is, many people struggle with this seemingly obvious question. Want to see the evidence of this struggle? During the week, ask 5 random people what they don't want out of life. I can all but guarantee they have a sizable list. It will be as if they metaphorically lick their fingers, clear their throats, as if about to make some life altering announcement. Grab their figurative list and begin to enumerate the items on it. I don't want to keep the same income in the job that I have now. I don't want my spouse to nag me about money and time spent at home. I don't want to keep driving the same crappy car for another year. The I don't wants always flow out easily, so easily that sometimes they seem like they have been rehearsed. It's as if people are constantly thinking about them. And why is that? Because they are. So after you ask these people what they don't want out of life, and they're ticking off their fifth or sixth item, stop them abruptly. Pause for a second and say, okay, I understand what you don't want out of life. Now, let me ask you this: what do you want out of life? This is where things get interesting. After you ask this question, you'll see puzzlement followed by a creased brow. They're starting to think about what you asked. Their reactions will be the polar opposite of the reactions they had when you asked what they don't want out of life. Many people will respond, well, that's a good question, or I'll have to think about that one. It's like they're saying, I'm in a fast car. I'm driving 100 miles per hour, and I know for sure I don't want to go to Florida, Texas, or Arizona, but I'm not sure where I actually do want to go. What happens then? You end up nowhere. You end up out of gas and unable to reach your destination because you only know where you don't want to go. That sounds pretty simple, right? Maybe you're saying, oh boy, Dean, is that the grand wisdom you have for me? Actually, it's a huge part of it, but you have to wrap your head around what the wisdom really is. Once you understand it, you'll see why this may be the biggest reason you're holding yourself back from breaking through to the next level. So let me ask you a question. Do you know anyone who fits this description? Someone who has an easier time expressing what they don't want out of life than expressing what they do want? Maybe a friend, a relative, or a spouse who goes through life this way. Maybe even someone a little closer to you. That's someone you see when you look in the mirror after rolling out of bed each morning. You see, what's crazy about today's society is that everybody is racing around with Ferrari brains, but no one has their GPS on. And here's the unfortunate truth for a society like this: it doesn't matter how fast you can go It doesn't matter how much passion you have, and it doesn't matter how much energy you put into something. If you don't have a vision and clarity on the destination you want to reach, you'll simply never get there. The reason I call it a Ferrari brain is because you can buy the most expensive Ferrari in the world and drive as fast as you possibly can. But if you don't know where you're going, you'll get nowhere quickly. Would you rather drive a Ferrari off a cliff at 200 miles per hour or drive a Prius to the promised land? In a moment, I'm going to share one of the most important millionaire success habits of them all. It's a habit that I have shared with my students for the past 20 plus years, and a habit I will share until I can't share anymore. Look, I hope you read this entire book from cover to cover. Getting through this chapter alone will put you ahead of 98% of the world. The same 98% that's out there running on a treadmill, wondering why they aren't getting anywhere they want to go, or driving in a Ferrari with no GPS and wondering why they just drove into a lake. Here are things I hear far too often. I need more hours in a day. I wish I could clone myself or find good help. I never have enough time to do my own business or take my business to the next level or get a promotion or make more money. Most people think they need 36 hours in a day, when in reality, they're just lacking a crystal clear vision of what they want out of their personal lives. Did Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg have 36 hours in a day on their path to success? If you feel overwhelmed daily because of a lack of time, distractions, or your own procrastination, I would bet you a shiny nickel that you don't accurately know where you want to go in life. Believe me, it's the first question I ask all of my students, and most scratch their heads as they consider where they want to go. When you have no idea about your direction, you tend to spend your time doing things that are preventing you from making more money, receiving promotions, seeing your family more, or even just enjoying life at an optimal level. And while you're doing these things that are in no way serving your future, you're forced to say no to doing the things that could further your business, your income, and your happiness. On the flip side, when you have a clear vision of your life, you'll stop wasting time on the things not serving your dreams, your goals, or your aspirations. Your actions will have purpose and your hours will be spent achieving those goals. Your procrastination will cease because you'll know with 100% certainty what you cannot put off until tomorrow. So let's get your vision dialed in using the habits I've learned over time. Habits I acquired through my own trial and error, as well as those that I've borrowed from other super successful people. Once you develop a vision for yourself, things will become so clear. It will be as if you got a new pair of glasses and didn't realize your old prescription was outdated. We all know that setting goals is an extremely important part of success. I believe that Benjamin Franklin was one of the first people ever who documented his goals and knew where he wanted to go in life. But what we are about to go through together in this chapter transcends the typical goal setting process. Sometimes setting goals are hard when so much around you is noisy, busy, and even scary. But together, we're first going to get honest about where you are in life right now. Then I'm going to give you a secret tool that will allow you to look into the future to discover your path. Then we will anchor where you want to go with your true why. Then the only thing left is learning how to do it. Fortunately, this entire book is designed to give you the tools, techniques, and of course, the habits to accomplish the how. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, but I am excited because it sounds like he's going to really break some things down. And so, if you don't have this book, Millionaire Success Habits, I strongly encourage you to get it. And so, this is Ann Brown on the line, all the way from Accokeek, Maryland. Please put your comments in the chat. What you like, what you didn't like. Did this make you think about anyone or anything in particular? No matter what, readers are leaders. And so it's so important that you're feeding your mind every day with something positive or something that could possibly change your life. Have a good night and God bless. Bye bye.